Hello, second and third graders. Welcome to Math for Today, Tuesday. Hope everybody's having a good morning, afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. We are going to talk more about our expanded form today. Now, you guys did a great job working yesterday. You watched a video, you did some work in Splash. We're going to just build off that today, and I'm going to just present things in a little different way for you guys. Now, the first thing we need to be able to do to understand expanded form is we need to be able to understand place value. So that means, and I believe we do know this, I just want to make sure I show you. If we have this number, man, my writing is sloppy today. 952, sorry about that, second and third graders. That means we've got three place values. We've got a ones place value, which I'll put a O for 1 in front of the 2, because that's in our ones. We've got a tens place value for our 5. There's 5 tens there. And we've got 9 hundreds, H in the hundreds place value. All right, so that means if we know place value, expanded form gets pretty easy. I'm going to keep this number. So if I had this number, 952, and I wanted you to write it out in expanded form, I would just start with the biggest number and go right on down the line. So my biggest is hundreds, because hundreds are bigger than tens, and tens are bigger than ones. So 900, 9 hundreds, 100, 200, if I do that 9 times, I get 900. Now to separate them, I'm just going to use our addition sign. So right now, this is what I've got. 900 plus. Now I'm going to go right to my tens. 5 tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 5 tens is worth 50. So 50 goes. Then I'll separate for another plus. And 2 ones. 1, 2. Easy, right? 2. That's all we got to do to write that in expanded form. 900 plus 50 plus 2 is 952. Hopefully that's not too bad for you. Now sometimes where people get a little bit confused, I'm going to erase here very quickly. I'm actually going to go to my smaller board here, just write a little bigger. If I did 104, number 104. Now I can do the same thing. Ones in my ones place, tens in my tens place, hundreds in my hundreds place. And I go and do the same thing. 100 is 100 plus. Now things get a little bit tricky, but it's not that tricky. If there's nothing in the tens place, there's nothing there, but I shouldn't just skip it. So what I'll do is I'll just show that there's nothing there with a 0. 100 plus 0 tens plus 4 ones. Now that becomes important. 100 plus 0 plus 4 equals 104. Because if we don't put anything there, we might confuse somebody or ourselves to think that there was nothing in the ones place value and that 4 belonged in the tens. So we might think it's worth 40, and that would be 140, not 104. So even when there's nothing there, we want to show there's nothing there so that our place values stay lined up. Ones with the ones, tens with the tens, hundreds with the hundreds. And we can do that as we get bigger and work into the thousands as well. So that's what we mean to write a number in expanded form. Now you might get things written just the opposite way. It might say 700 plus 60 plus 9 equals, and they ask us to do a problem like that. Now, when we do something like that, it actually gets real easy. We could do it the way that we've always been taught. Stack it up, 700 plus 60 plus 9. And that gets pretty not too bad. We'd get 9, we'd get 6, we'd get 7. I'll do it right here. 9, 0 plus 6 is 6. Bring down my 7, 769. Or what I can do, if I just erase that part but keep my number, is I can just start putting things in. Because my 60 I know is in the tens place, that's 10 sixes, I can start going right away. Start in with my hundreds place value. Tens place value, ones place value. Write it right like that. Write in my hundreds, my tens, my ones. Skip all the zeros and it takes care of itself. Now that only gets a little trickier, and I don't think you'll see this today, but we'll learn it anyway. You might get something where it says, you've got 8 tens, 11 ones, and they'll ask you to write that out. This is a different way of expanded form. 8 tens. Well, if I think about that, that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. And 11 ones, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91. So our answer has got to be 91. I just counted it. 91 is our answer. But we don't have a 9 anywhere in there. If we were to do that the same way, we would write our 8 tens, 11 ones, it would look like 811. That's not going to work. So when we need to understand when we're working with expanded form, if we have a number bigger than 9, so a 2-digit number, we must still regroup. We can't work with 11 ones or 12 tens or 13 hundreds. Then we have to regroup. We have to regroup ones to tens, tens to hundreds, hundreds to thousands. So if we have 12 hundreds, let's put an H for hundreds, that means after 9, we're no longer in hundreds. Now we have 10 hundreds is 1,000. So we'd actually have 1,000 TH and 2 hundreds left. 0 tens and 0 ones. So that's how something like that might work. 12 hundreds all of a sudden becomes 1,000, 2 hundreds, 0 tens, 0 ones. That should give you just about all you need to know. Make sure you ask questions if you have any, because this is a little different than from the way we normally do math. But you guys did an excellent job yesterday, and I don't think you'll have too much trouble with the assignment today. Just do your best and work hard. Have a great day, kids.